live. Hi, family members. Welcome back to Empowerment Network with myself, Comfort, and our dear brother, all the way from PNG, our beloved country, our brother Daniel. Bro, welcome to this session.
Thank you very much, Comfort. Thank you very much. I'm very happy to come with you and discuss because we all share the same passion. So I hope my story will inspire other friends as well. Thank you.
Yeah, hopefully I'm very excited. So I think that is going to be a great inspiration. And we've been having a long chat all back and forth. So if you would, Daniel, tell us a bit about yourself, maybe a tiny bit about your family, education, and your career. Just share as much as you would like us to know. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I come from a big family and I'm the second born. I'm the second born in my family. My elder brother passed away already, and I'm the second. The third one is here with me in Port Moresby. Is a soldier, and I have other siblings, but two brothers passed away. Three of them passed away. I have my two sisters, my three brothers surviving at the moment. They're all founders. I introduced ONPASSIVE to them. So my mother passed away already. My dad also. But I'm now, they see me as the eldest because I'm the second born, and I have a responsibility to my family. And they call me dad actually because they look upon me now as the elder brother. So that's my family background. Briefly, I'm from where David Bakau comes from. We come from the same province with Susan Bakau. We're all from the same area, and in fact, David introduced ONPASSIVE to me. I will talk about that more later on. My education background, Comfort, is very unique because I was a dropout. We have up to grade 6, year 6, and I was pushed out of the education system in 1977. So I didn't make it to high school because of the system. So my mother is a domestic servant. So I helped my mother look after my small siblings for a year in 1978. I left school in 77. In 78, I stayed home with my mom, helping mom to look after my little ones. But after a year, I feel that I have to go back to school. I don't know, I have a burning desire to do something for myself because I see life. My mother goes through a very challenging life, and I feel that I have to do something about my life as well. So I asked my mother to help me to go to school, and she paid for my correspondence studies. I studied through correspondence. Actually, I made my education from in Papua New Guinea, we say grade 7. When you finish year 6, you go to 7, 8, 9, and 10. I did all this through correspondence, self-study at home. So I normally they take 4 years to complete their year 10, but for me, because I'm studying alone, it took me almost, not almost, but actually 8 years. 8 years to complete my year 10. Yeah, and anyway, to cut the long story short, I finished grade 10 and I got good marks. I got 2 credits and 2 distinction. So I did well. So I just went straight and I said, no, because my mom is struggling. And I said, I cannot, I really have a burning desire to continue my education, but then school fee is a problem. I cannot go through because of my the capability of my mother, because she cannot afford. So I said, anyway, I have to find a job. So luckily, I applied to a commercial bank, an ANZ bank, Australian New Zealand bank. Luckily, I still remember the Australian accountant at the time. His name is David McTaggart. I applied and he actually called me for an interview back in 1987. Excuse me. So he recruited me, and I didn't go in for the money because I had a burning desire to learn. I want to develop as a person, fit into society. So when I get into the banking system, my goal was to learn as much as I can. I was not thinking about earning money. I went there to learn. So I In the bank, they provide self-development courses in banking. I did all of them because I have a desire. And then the human resource manager saw that I have a desire, and they said they put me as a high performing officer. So they brought me from that province out to Port Moresby, and that's where I developed into my international banking career. I'm specialized in international trade finance. I made all my way up. I had an opportunity to work as a trade finance manager in ANZ Avaroa in Rarotonga in Cook Island. I went there, the bank sent me there. So because I had the desire to explore and learn, and and that's how I ended up there in my career. They saw the potential in me, and they invested in me, and then I went through, and the bank sponsored me, and I went through a college from a dropout all the way to a college, and I had my diploma in business in Papua New Guinea Institute of Business Management. So anyway, that's my career.
Yes.
And yes, sorry, Comfort.
That's very powerful. I could not stop nodding, Brother Daniel. I really appreciate you for sharing this. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section about Brother Daniel's story. Sometimes we just need to listen to people so that we find out why they are very, very passionate about what we are doing about our movement ONPASSIVE. So, you said a lot, and I like how you put it. I think that's what makes a strong person in you, because you say you have a unique academic background. People will call it otherwise. People will make it look bad or look different, but then you craft it so well, and you look at it like, no matter what obstacles that they stand on my way, I'll make them stepping stones because I need to go up there. And you get laser focused, and you get to where you are now. And I'm learning a lot from this, and I hope if young people are listening to us now, we learn from Brother Daniel. Difficulties should never be a way to say, I give up. There is a lot of hardship. My mom is struggling. I'm struggling. I'm not do it again. Thank you, bro, for really sharing this. And I like the idea you say you did not go in for the money, because I think I agree with you. It's not always about money all the time. Sometimes, or most of the time, it's first about personal development. And then obviously the growth and the success comes as you get to where you are now. Much, much, much appreciated. So now connect your excitement, your job, your family life, your history to what ONPASSIVE is doing or has to offer you, your family, and your community now, bro.
Yes, Comfort. I did not actually get myself involved in any online business because I know David Bakawa. He knows me as a friend, as a work colleague, and he trusted me, and he actually invited me in 2019 actually. But I was still working. I was a senior branch manager for one of the banks here in Port Moresby. So I was caught up in my work. As a manager, I go into work for early in the morning to open up the bank, and then I close late in the afternoon. So I got no time to sit down and have a closer look. So in 2019, the bank didn't. I just decided to because my age was catching up. I'm now actually 60 years old. I'm 60 years old, but I don't want to work in a bank, and when I get old, they will just classify me as a disposable asset and throw me away. So I said, while I still have the drive and power, maybe I have to do something for myself. So I just left the bank. On a good note, I told the management to find a good manager. I trained him for 3 months. In September, up all the way to December, and then I left the bank on a good note. They actually gave me vehicle. I have housing allowance, but I just gave it away because I said, while I still have the drive, I have to go out and do something for myself. So when I left work in 2018, then 2019 comes along, and then I called David Bakau again. I said, David, you was telling me about a platform, so I'm ready now. If you can send the link, and I actually registered straight away. I registered straight away, and I became a founder in 2020. And David Bakau told me that Daniel, you have to educate yourself. He didn't tell me more information about ONPASSIVE. He said, educate yourself. But because I built my life on investing on my development, this thing is not new. It's a challenge. When he said that educate yourself, I saw it as a challenge. And I said, okay, fine. I'll educate myself then. So I started to learn. And I went online and I started to connect on webinars, other webinars. And the one first webinar I attended was Charles Osong. And you know, Charles, when he wants to come on webinar, he tells his story. Charles tells his story. And I want to tell Charles that that story has an impact on me as well. Because when I listened to Charles, he said, I had over 35 years of IT, and he said he covered all the areas in the IT sector. And I was sitting down and I said, this guy is a very experienced person. He lives in the United States. He said, 35 years of experience in IT. What good does he see on passive? When he came in? And he said, I'm not an IT person. And if this fellow can see that, then I don't have any reason to wait. And if he identify any bad things about on passive, then he should be the one pick it up. That's why it resonated with me, and I just came in without any question, and I started to develop, understand. I attend all the webinars just to go there and listen. And the next person who came on was Michael Ojun Tambia, because I heard he was an engineer, and I want to convince them women that came with me. Hey, look, this person is an engineer. Let's ask him a question. So I told engineer Mike, you're an engineer. Why did you come to ONPASSIVE? Because I want him to explain so that the mothers can say, this guy is an engineer. We are not engineer. What is good about ONPASSIVE? So that's how I connect. And that's how I got people sign up with ONPASSIVE, because of those people who are experienced. So that is my journey on ONPASSIVE.
Wow.
And I've been there since. And one thing about here in Papua New Guinea Comfort is that the people who join ONPASSIVE, they don't understand the business. Most of them, maybe 90%, they don't understand the business. But just because they know us as an individual, as a person that they can trust, they just came in. And of course, we have other challenges, because when you trust you and come in, they expect you to explain to them as well. So now these are the things that we are facing at the moment to explain to them. So that's why they came into ONPASSIVE. Wow. So I think,
wow.
Yeah, this is my journey on ONPASSIVE. Before I go on to the next.
Yes, no, yeah. I just want to make a quick comment, if you let me, Brother David, because I was just laughing. Yeah, I think I call you Brother David now because I want to talk about my brother David Bakau. I think I love the spirit in Papua New Guinea. If you must know today, if nobody has told you that, Collins Mana, you know him. He loves Papua New Guinea like crazy, because I think there is that spirit of challenge. Say, come on, go get it. I just love it how David says, come on, go and educate yourself. And then you set yourself to work and you get yourself educated. And I see the empowering spirit here. You call your family to say, come and sit here and listen to people who already have something to do, but then they see something in ONPASSIVE. That is so special. I can assure you, Collins will comment on this if he's watching us. Collins will agree with me in public that each time he is coming to Papua New Guinea, he gets a bit more ready, because you guys are powerful. I can assure you, this is not a joke. I'm not trying to be patronizing. I'm just saying what people know or people say about your community, because you have that challenging spirit, and you have that special way of reacting to ONPASSIVE, asking your questions and stuff. So I see it now from all the delivery you are pouring out on us here, and I'm just so very, very excited and see where this takes us to. And of course, you think that ONPASSIVE is the mother of all businesses, and also you want to see, you think that it has an impact on international trade, businesses and stuff. So just tell us more about that, bro.
Okay, Comfort, like I said earlier, my background in banking is international trade finance. I'll just explain to that. In international trade, because people trade in the world, we have the buyer and the seller, which is the importer and the exporter. But sometimes the importer cannot spend money on somebody who doesn't know, because the trust factor is there. So the only way they can facilitate the trade is they go to the banks, and then the banks, they take away the risk. And the banks now communicate with banks, bank to bank. The importer and the exporter bank, they communicate, and they take away the risk so that the trade can take place and payments can take place. So there is a method of payment on international trade called documentary letter of credit where they settle international trade payments. Just like you're sending money, wire transfer, that's one way. But the most safest method in trade is documentary letter of credit. Most of the banks that use this to facilitate trade. That's where my field comes in. And the trust should be there. That's why the bank comes in to build the trust and so the trade can take place. But when I see ONPASSIVE, there's no need for us to approach the banks because I know you comfort. I know my brothers and sisters all around the globe, the founders. And if we need to trade, I just have to talk to them. I ring them up. If I want a vehicle, I want to import a car from Japan, I have Japanese founders, or in Vietnam, or anywhere in the world, I just ring them up. And because we are founders, we will have accounts in our wallet. We said, hey, my sister Comfort, I want something from UK, and instead of me, because I trust you, you will get the good, best value for me because we are family. So I can transfer money on the internet transfer through using our wallet. I pay you, plus your fee. You can start up a business. I pay you. You go and you see whatever I want, and I know it's going to come because I trust you. I don't have to go to the banks. That's why I see ONPASSIVE is the mother of all business because it takes away the risk of international trade. Because we have established a friendship, a relationship. There's a family bond around the way. If I need something for Singapore, I'll call my founders in Singapore or in the Philippines. So we get rid of those other banking and avoid those unnecessary fees because we deal directly. I rather pay a fee to comfort my sister so that we can retain the income within the system. Then we help ourselves and build and uplift other people as well. So we are not for profit. We are here for uplift other people. So you help me, I will help you. So this is how I see ONPASSIVE, the mother of volume, and it has a major impact on trade as well. Me as a person in trade, and I want to import something, I will prefer to talk to my founders in another country. Now, example, like later I will go down to my next point down there, like my desire to uplift others. You know, we have water in my village, but some of the water needs to be purified. If I need to import a machinery or equipment that purifies water, then I can talk to a founder or an engineer or a technical person in that particular country who can supply me with those equipments. So I just pay him, I get the products, and he can come here, show me the technical know-how of using those things, and we can purify water in the village, and people can have clean water. So these are the things that I'm looking beyond. You know, when ONPASSIVE empowers, we have the financial freedom, we will do so many things to improve the way of life. So that's how I see it.
I don't know what to do, guys. Just let me know in the comment section. What do you think about our brother? Listening to this, I just feel like you just like moving me. You're just burning the fire in me. I'm just like, what is he saying? You know, this is just that Mr. Mufara kind of mindset. He says we're not here for profit. We're here to uplift each other. How better could someone put it, guys? This is just the best, the clearest picture of ONPASSIVE somebody can paint in their own words. And that is all what ONPASSIVE is about. We don't sugarcoat. We don't beg people to join. We don't convince people. We just say it how we see it. If we are the visionaries trying to see what Mr. Mufara is seeing or look at things from Mr. Mufara's lens. Listen, guys, we need to make this go viral because this is so much of information. This is so much of education. And one thing we've gotten with benefiting from this platform, whether we like it or not, my brother, is that connection around the world. You feel exactly like myself. I think at the very beginning, you said you're coming here because you and myself, we share the same values and a lot of stuff together. I'm seeing everything just fall in place as you speak. Because I'm someone who has always wanted to travel. I don't need to think about it. I just need to pack my baggages and call a brother in India and say, listen, I am coming tomorrow. I'm coming next week. You take me down to the villages because I love rural areas. I can't go to any country without going down to the rural areas. I'll tell you, this is what I want. You take me here, A, B, C, D. And before ONPASSIVE, it was never the case. So I'm so very passionate. I'm happy. And bro, we should be gradually rounding up now. I will just give you this last session, last round now to give a word of encouragement to both our international community, and if you think that there are people within your immediate community in PNG who need a word of encouragement, just say what your heart tells you now before we close down. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm very positive. ONPASSIVE is going to deliver. There's no doubt about this. So I want to encourage everybody. I have changed a lot. Like I mentioned Charles Osong, but then the OTEC brothers came in and they gave a lot of input. And this also empowers my mind. My mind is stretching out. I'm learning a lot. And every day I'm learning. And sometimes people think that, oh, Daniel Sani is an IT person. I said, no, I'm not an IT person. I'm just trying my best to learn. And that's the type of person I am. I want to learn and progress. But otherwise, people see me that I'm an IT person, but I'm not, because I want passive. Even my own family, they know that. Every time I sit down, I look at my phone. So I encourage all my brothers and sisters out there. ONPASSIVE is real. It is ethical. And like as you said, it's the mother of all business. And that is very true. I can see that. And I'm very positive, and I will still remain. Like I said in one of my other talk in Minnow show, I've spent my over 30 years in my working career, and I've just been with ONPASSIVE for 4 years. What's 4 years compared to my patience with 30 years? I can wait for another 5 years if need be, because I know ONPASSIVE is going to deliver. Wow. So thank you very much. Comfort, I enjoyed our discussion here. And yes. I hope, people can learn something from this. Thank you very much.
I think everybody just guys, let's know in the comment section, do you want our brother back or not? And how often? Because he needs to create time to come here and fire us up. Somebody just needs to listen to somebody naturally sharing this from their own perspective, so that we know the magnitude of what we have in our hands, and some people are joking with it. So, Brother Daniel, I really appreciate your time. And of course, you are not going away. You want to come here like every day, as much time as you can afford, to just let us share this, because it's a journey that is just about to begin, guys. I'm get so excited I can't speak well anymore. But again, do us a favor, share this video to everybody. Like, comment, let us know what how you feel about our brother's delivery, and why not, if you have forgotten, I know that sometimes people do forget, if you've forgotten to subscribe to this channel, then the moment is now. Just click on that button and click on the bell, because you have much of such like our brother just delivered on a daily basis. Thank you, and I remain your host, Comfort Control. See